nuisance. Welcome back to another video. My clothes are kind of sticky because I've been sweating because I just came back from doing the lawn. But in this video, I want to say, like, it's one of those ranting or slash messaging type videos, and what I want to say is that if you consider yourself as someone's friend, then you shouldn't make them a prisoner of their past, because that's ultimately wrong. And if that person did the same thing to you, then you would be either equally upset or even more upset at that person if they did that same thing to you as they are probably to you. And the reason why I'm saying this, because I recently had this happen to me with a person that I call a friend. And because he was ultimately saying, "Oh, you're a bad influence." How? You made some poor choices. Well, duh. I mean, not trying to sound like an asshole or anything, but of course, there's literally no human being on the planet Earth that has not made some poor decisions in their lives. It depends on how they take it. If they keep on making those poor decisions that don't give a damn, then yeah, you shouldn't spend time with them. But I'm those type of people that if I make poor decisions, I want you to call me out on it. Saying, I feel, or if you feel like I'm making a poor decision, I want you to call me out on it. Saying, hey, well, Phil, I feel like you're making a poor decision someplace. And just don't stop there. Give me reasons why you feel that way. Otherwise, I can easily argue the opposite if you don't give me reasons to back why you feel I'm making a poor decision. And I had to tell this person because me and him, and I'm going to leave his name anonymous. Oh, not said, for those of you who don't know what anonymous means. But I was telling him, if I was such a bad influence on you, then your parents wouldn't allow me to hang out with you. If I was a bad influence on you. Especially for pretty much as long as we've known each other, which we're not that far in age, but which doesn't matter. Their parents wouldn't allow me to hang out with their child if that was the case, which is, like I said, I'm saying child because parents, but me and him are extremely close in age. And so he kind of left me in the corner where I had to defend myself. I don't exactly like to do this extremely often, like tooting my own horn, listing all the positive things that I've done. But he backed me up in a corner where I had to do that, saying, okay, yeah, I made some poor decisions, but they became lessons for me, and I haven't repeated those mistakes, those poor choices. And on top of that, let me list some good things I've done for you. And I listed every single time they needed someone to talk to, and if they chose me to talk to them, I listened. And if they needed advice, I gave them advice the best of my ability that would benefit them the most. And I listed a few other things that I will keep private between me and him in terms of conversation. But from my angle, it just sounds like he was being unappreciative. And truthfully, I have made some mistakes, some poor choices. Everybody has. I have. If you're watching this, like anybody who watches this, they most likely made some poor decisions in their lives. And yes, they probably regretted it. I certainly regret some of the poor decisions that I made. But as Oliver Queen said in the series premiere of The Flash, which I know is a fictional character, fictional world, but the underlining message is still relevant to this conversation. Oliver said to Flash about going off to be a vigilante, which slightly different context, but still can be applied in this situation. Oliver said, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna fail people, but the good you do will far outweigh the bad. And even though, like I said, it's a fictional world said by a fictional character, I still carry that line in my heart because that is true. Yeah, people screw up in their lives. I have screwed up in my life. But as long as you try to be the best version of yourself, do your best to be good, do your best not to make mistakes, then whatever mistakes you will make in the future, which I bet literally every human being, including me, will probably make mistakes in the future. Like, as long as you own up to it and learn from it and don't do it again, and ultimately make those potential poor decisions that you might make in the future, or those poor decisions you made in the past, and use them as lessons, so you won't repeat the same thing, then technically that's not really a bad example. That's actually a good example, because that actually shows shows people that you're owning up to your decisions, you're acknowledging you were wrong, and you have turned that poor decision into a lesson. Now, he also said, because I do have 2 disabilities. One of them is seizures, if you count that as a disability. And the other one is Chiari, which is where the skull is too big for the brain, so the skull is kind of squeezes the brain. He says, well, I'm worried that maybe online people try to take advantage of you. Okay, well, you realize how strong-minded I am, right? And hypothetically, even if I wasn't strong-minded, people in the real world will try to take advantage of you. Some people in the real world will try to take advantage of people. So does that mean that, because some people will take advantage of me in the real world, does that mean that I should never go outside, ever, to not run that risk? No. If I will be living my life in fear, and I will be missing out on so many opportunities that would be presented to me if I wasn't afraid that, oh my god, somebody might take advantage of me because I have a disability. I have Chiari, I have seizures. None of those 2 things that I have symptoms of me being gullible. I'm not gullible, and this person should definitely know that. You guys who watch my videos for however long as you guys have should know I'm not gullible. It's really extremely hard to pull a fast one on me. And if I catch you guys, anyone, trying to pull a fast one on me, I will call you out. I will call that person out. I will have no issue calling that person out. And I have in the past. I've caught people trying to take advantage of me. Not because of my disability, or disabilities, but I have caught people trying to take advantage of me, and I called them out. They got mad, so said, oh well, clearly you're not going to take responsibility for your actions, so bye, Felicia. This person I'm referring to that initially started this like topic of this video. Yeah, he's called me out a few times, and yes, some of those times he was right about when he called me out, and others he was kind of wrong. His whole theory, like, I don't mean like wrong, oh my god, you're wrong, but in terms of like he might have misread a situation or misread what I meant, and I had to tell him that was not the case. And I had to call him out too over the years. The conversation I am mentioning now was one of them. And granted that we are still friends, but if he was watching this, I don't mind saying this, but based off that video, that did make my like trust in him go down a bit, because that shows like, okay, if you were so willing to be so naive or foolish or whatever the proper term is to try to end our friendship because of like you're focusing too much on the negative, like all my past mistakes that are in the past, and not so much of the positive, then you're in the wrong for that, and anybody's in the wrong for that if that's the case. And you can say, well, are you doing that with the wild work, right? No, because I acknowledged he has done some good things in like. Since I'm not, like, while we were friends, he has done some good things. But he has also done some shady things, too. And some of those shady things that I have said, that he has done, I have called him out on in video. But nowhere near did I deny the good Wild Warcraft has done. I mean, I'm still think that guy is a douchebag for the stuff he has done to me and my friends, but I'm not going to deny that he has done some good. So yeah, and that's somebody, like, that's me giving someone that I don't like a compliment. I don't care about the Wild Warcry. Like, in terms of, based on how he acts, I don't care about him. But I gave him a compliment just now. My point being, in this entire video, is that, yeah, people make mistakes. People do some dumb shit in their life. But if you consider yourself that person's friend, and if you care about that person, then you need to not only look at the negative, but you need to look at the positive. Because, yeah, that person may have done some poor choices in the past, and they may do some poor choices in the future. But you need to also look at the positive choices, the good choices that they have made, or will potentially make in the future. And unless if they like do something intentionally to hurt you, then focusing on the negative, ending a relationship because you're focusing only on the negative and choosing to deny the positive is a fault. It's wrong on you. And if that person decides to call you out, they have every right to. And if you get upset over that, I hate to say it, but good. You should be getting upset by yourself. Because you're choosing to end something over something like what might be little that's probably shouldn't be worth. It probably isn't even worth ending a relationship over, whether it's like romantic, friendship, or family. So, long story short, don't make that person a prisoner of their past. If they did something wrong, yeah, call them out on it. And yeah, everybody's not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm not trying to display, oh, I'm the most perfect guy in the world. No. But what I will say, because I'm never going to be perfect, but what I will say is that I will be the best version of myself, and so should everyone else in the world. Yes, I'm going to make mistakes, but that's part of being human. That's part of growing. That's part of growth, human nature. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Love you all, be kind to one another, and have a wonderful day.